I can then reconnect onto Crewe, then Chester, then North Wales.
That is incredible. What time do you expect to get there?
I'm hoping to get there before 2 o'clock. I've got to be somewhere for 5 o'clock this evening, so I thought I was travelling in good enough time, but it's going to take quite a few hours, I think.
And presumably you booked this in advance, and when did you find out about the delays?
I booked this about a month ago, and I knew that there wasn't any trains yesterday, so this was actually the only train I could get. I've been waiting since yesterday to actually get my train to go today, and then I find out now that I've got to go quite a way west.
Well, good luck. Buy a few newspapers. I think you'll have lots of time to read them. And that's actually part of the problem, this late notice of the problems. Network Rail have extended the engineering works that they were doing. Virgin Trains, which you were hoping to take, is complained about them. They say they were only told a month ago that was far too late to notify travellers, and a lot of people had bought tickets in good faith already, so a bit of a mix-up, a bit of a nightmare. Happy New Year if you're travelling. A happier one, I suspect, if you're not.
Yeah, the idea of sitting at home seems a lot nicer now. Thank you very much, Cordelia. We're joined by the Managing Director of Virgin Trains, Chris Gibb. He's here with us this morning. Thank you for joining us this morning. It's an awful problem for anybody trying to travel anywhere, as we heard from that woman. She's got to go round the houses just to get back to where she needs to be by 2 o'clock this afternoon. As the Managing Director of Virgin Trains, what's your reaction for her and for anybody else who wants to use your train service today?
Well, we're going to do our very best to get everybody to their destination today in the best possible way that we can, either via our alternative bus service or via alternative routes, which are available on the National Rail website and on our own website. So there's a lot of information out there now. We've done a lot to try and warn customers of the alterations. As that lady was explaining, she'd booked her ticket some weeks ago when we thought we'd be running a very comprehensive service today.
She booked that ticket some weeks ago in good faith, assuming that this is exactly what that's the service she's going to get. You kind of expect to know about these delays if they're going to happen. You certainly, I think it was Christmas Eve that people eventually could find out, or you found out. How has that happened?
Well, Network Rail decided that they needed a bit longer to finish this major project that's going on at Rugby, and they've held their hands up to that and accepted that they've planned that project particularly badly, and the result is they need another day to finish the work, and that's today. So we've done our best to communicate to most of our customers. We've taken out full-page adverts in newspapers. We've contacted many of the people who reserved or bought tickets through our website and sources like that. So we've done everything we can, but there are bound to be people out there who turn up today not expecting a bus ride, and we'll be out there in force. I'll be back at Euston Station very shortly myself, and we'll be doing everything we can to get people to their destination.
Will people be able to use their tickets, particularly the Virgin Train tickets, on other services, like Chiltern Railways to get to Birmingham, on alternative routes?
They will, yes, and using an alternative route is very often the best option. If you're going from London to Birmingham, for example, Chiltern is the best option. So there are options there available on the National Rail website, and they will be accepting our tickets.
For the likes of Leona, who, as you say, booked in good faith, is there going to be some recompense for them? Will they be able to get some compensation back on the ticket because it's not what they originally bought?
Indeed. Anybody who booked to travel today who doesn't wish to travel, we will refund their ticket in full.
What happens if they have to travel and it takes them sort of an extra 4 hours? Will they be able to get some sort of compensation
We will
then?
consider those cases on their merit, depending on what's happened to the...
It's not great, is it? Because it's usually sort of the 31st of December or certainly the 1st of January when the new fare increases are announced, and so the average increase is going to be 4.8%. Some of the highest increases, 9.8%, way above inflation, and yet your commuters, the people that use your trains, are being faced with these delays last minute like this.
They are indeed, and the West Coast Main Line is being upgraded as part of an enormous £8 billion project, and this work going on at Rugby is very much part of that will improve the services on the West Coast Main Line very markedly over the next 12 months. So there is a fact that the customers are picking up some of the cost of the enhancement of the railway. There is an unprecedented amount of investment going into the railway infrastructure, catching up decades of lack of investment in the past, and you can see that around the nation's rail network today and over the Christmas period. A lot of work going on, a lot of money being spent, and a better railway at the end of it.
Which sounds like a great idea, but when everyone wants to travel on New Year's Eve to get home, it's a real pain.
It is, and all we will accept the need to do this work, and obviously we welcome the investment, but we do want to be able to communicate properly to our customers weeks in advance, not days in advance.
Yeah. Chris Gibb, Managing Director of Virgin Trains, thank you very much for joining us this morning. If you are heading out this New Year's Eve, then we've got all the travel information that you're going to need on the website, gm.tv.
It's 70 minutes past 7. The other main headlines you're waking up to this morning, and Pakistani officials will decide tomorrow whether January elections should go ahead after the assassination of Benazir Bhutto. The Police Federation has written to the Home Secretary urging her to act to end the bitter police pay dispute. And today's weather, it will be cloudy but largely dry and mild in most places, with some rain across Scotland and Northern Ireland.
Still to come this morning after 8 o'clock. Imagine spending 11 months doing this.
Oh, man. I'm back in really bad.
How frustrating would it be? Chris
We're doing that
Sands.
about midnight tonight, weren't they? For slightly different reasons, I
There or
suspect.
thereabouts. Unfortunately
Yeah.
for Chris Sands, it's not just tonight. It's been 11 months non-stop hiccuping. Finding out what that's all about 10 past 9.
And in it next hour, if you're staying in this New Year's Eve, you're probably very sensible, and we've got the best of the night's TV. Christopher Biggins is here to talk us through it all.
And straight after the break, Keith and Andrea are making their own preparations for Hogmanay.
Lovely. Now put your hands up and go YMCA. It's a fantastic Scottish tune.
Honestly, only an Englishman could come all the way to Scotland and just try and ruin the Highland Fling. We'll see you after the break. We'll see you in a little
Prince
bit.
Charlie sang it. It's brilliant.
Honestly.
I used to hate having my photo taken till I discovered the Rosemary Conley brand new You workout.
And with my latest DVD, you too could see results just like Colleen, who lost over 4 dress sizes in 20 weeks. With easy-to-follow routines, you'll be amazed at how simple it is to make a real change to the way you look.
If I can do it, so can you.
My brand new You workout. With me, Colleen Nolan.
There are loads of spot treatments. I've tried some of them. But then I found Freedom. It's different from the rest. Freedom is the only one with an anti-inflammatory. It doesn't just help my red spots fade away. Even better, it helps keep them away too. It works for me. Nothing treats spots like Freedom.
Here, take a look at this. A 32-inch Hitachi digital LCD TV for only $399.99.
When it's vital you're at your best, don't let heartburn and indigestion hold you back. Reach for Gaviscon Double Action.
It works in 2 ways, and it's our best ever formula to soothe burning pain and neutralize excess acid.
For relief you can really feel. Gaviscon Double Action to the rescue.
Phone, lip gloss, keys. Best friend, Gaviscon Handy Pack. Feel the relief wherever you go.
Every car insurance company says they're cheap.
And life's too short to spend all day comparing blooming quotes.
Confused.com. Search brokers and big names. They'll find the best deal for you in seconds. Confused.com.
But they're just estimates, aren't they?
Actually, no. Confused.com ask enough questions to give accurate prices. No estimates.
Last year, 8 million people used Confused.com to search for car insurance.
You could save money with Confused.com.
Quit smoking, and this is what you're up against. Smoking increases the number of receptors in your brain that thrive on nicotine. Take their supply away, they go mad. They won't let you break the habit without a fight. Nicotine reduces cravings because it contains therapeutic nicotine, so you can wean the beasts off gradually and give your willpower a fighting chance to do the rest. Tame the beasts and quit with nicotine.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad.
From the producer of The Devil Wears Prada.
What do you think?
I think you're hot.
Comes the romantic comedy everyone is falling for.
I'm trouble.
I like trouble.
P.S. I Love You is brilliant. Everything a romantic comedy should be.
What happened last night?
Tequila, my friend.
Stop screaming at me.
P.S. I Love You in cinemas Friday.
What What are you up to?
I just think it feels very strange. It's New Year's Eve.
I don't mean generally, I mean for New Year's Eve.
Randomly
what
just
are you
sitting
up
here.
to?
Yeah. What are you doing? We're not doing very much. We're going to pop around to a few friends' houses with the boys. Hopefully they'll fall asleep. We can take them home and we'll have New Year's Eve in bed, fast asleep if I have any
Terrible,
choice.
isn't it? You know you're getting older when you're looking forward to just an early night.
I know. You
on New Year's Eve.
First thing you do, you know you're getting old. First thing you do is phone up and ask how the parking situation is.
No!
We went to a children's party over Christmas. And the music was too loud, and I sat there going...
Then children, what, Winnie the Pooh
I know,
was too loud for
honestly,
you?
this music is ridiculously loud. I can't hear myself think. And all the kids are running around, overdosing on fizzy drinks and sweets and stuff, having a brilliant time. And I'm in the corner going, it's just music's too loud. I'm going to have to go. I'm such an old
You're
school.
sad.
What about you?
Basically.
Very, yeah.
I'm going round to a friend's house for Vicky Stokes. The legend.
The legend is Vicky Stokes. To the whole nation now, Vicky Stokes is a legend.
She is a legend. Yes, she
In
is.
many
Go around
ways.
friend's house for dinner. I think it's keep it quiet.
Is this
isn't
your
it?
first public function as the councillor?
Yes,
mayoress?
ma'am. I'll be opening a few fates this afternoon, obviously, with my mayoral chain. It's fashion, Ben. You'll never understand it. Well, few celebrate
I don't think
New
anyone
Year
would understand
better
that.
than the Scots. So
Oh, they
we've
do.
sent lovely Keith Chegwin to ruin it for them. Andrew McLean's up there too, at Loch Lomond, to oversee the Scottish preparations for welcoming in 2008. Morning, Keith. How are you?
Good morning
Hello.
to you. Look at me this morning, looking incredibly dapper. Can I say it's an honour to be wearing the kilt? This is the
Especially as it's not yours. Did they have a Chegwin
No,
kilt?
we couldn't find one.
Okay.
So I borrowed a McLaughlin tartan. You're wearing your own tartan,
This is
aren't
actually
you?
a McLean tartan. It's not a made-up telly name. It is actually. This is our. My dad's actually got a kilt made of this. It's beautiful. Well, it's a bit bigger than this, obviously.
Does he carry porridge in his sporran?
Not normally. No.
The reason being, this is true, years ago, they used to make up a porridge straw, pour porridge into an open drawer, let it solidify overnight, and then take a slice of it in the morning and put it into their sporran. But I've sort of changed things on that, because nowadays I like to keep a few things like a bottle of water, because you never know when you're going out walking and things. And when you are out walking, it's always good to take a nice cane with you as well. And, what's that? I must give them back to Kate Garraway. Lovely. OK, moving swiftly on.
You're
Very good morning to you.
Can I just say, you're impressive.
We're in Cameron House this morning on the banks of Loch Lomond. Just take a look at these stunning pictures. Fantastic part of the world. 26 miles of Loch Lomond itself. The gateway to the Highlands, so they say. And this is the gateway to fascinating facts. With Les Peters, a very good morning to you, Les.
Good morning,
You
Keith.
know everything there is to know about Hogmanay.
Allegedly.
Where does it originate from?
Well, the name Hogmanay comes, well, there are a lot of theories, Keith. It could be from the Flemish Hugman Dag, which means Great Love Day, which is probably not such a bad idea. Or it's probably more from the Gaelic Hogmanay, which is a new day, a new man.
I'm cutting across you in a way. Didn't they ban Hogmanay at one point?
Well, back in the 17th century, at the time of the Reformation, yes, it was effectively banned. It wasn't deemed to be a very good celebration in the eyes of the church. Now, as a result of that, the people of Scotland celebrated more New Year. And that was just an excuse, really, to get together with the family and have a good time.
Big event tonight, isn't it? Thousands of people taking the streets. Am I right in saying the biggest ticket event is in Edinburgh?
That's absolutely correct, but there are celebrations all over the country. Glasgow, up in Stonehaven, for instance, have torchlit processions with great big balls of fire that they swing round.
Well, we're not doing that here. All right, more from Les a little bit later on. But right now, I'm in the mood for a song. Andrea.
Oh, good. Do you know there's also going to be big celebrations in Kilmarnock, because that's where I'm going to be celebrating at Hogmanay tonight. I'm with Kirsty Kelly. Hello, Kirsty.
Hi.
Now, you're going to be singing for us throughout the programme, but you've sung for far more impressive people than GMTV. Who have you sung for?
I sang for the President of Kenya when I was at YWCA conference this year.
Mm-hmm. And also, was it someone from Honduras?
The First Lady of
First
Honduras.
Lady for... Oh, how
Yes.
lovely. Now, what is it that you're going to be singing for us today?
The Bonnie Bonnie Banks of Loch Lomond.
Very apt. Kirsty, I'll let you take it away.
By yon bonny banks and by yon bonny braes, the sun shines bright on Loch Lomond, where me and my true love were ever wont gay. By the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. Oh, yield.
How lovely.
Isn't it gorgeous?
Gorgeous.
Looks great up there. Shane
Never
Keith's
been to Scotland for New Year's Eve. I reckon that is probably the place to be, isn't it?
Edinburgh's supposed to be one of the top 5 destinations in the world for New Year's Eve.
Really?
It's not the top 3 yet. You just have to get a band. It gets very busy. The weather, though, is it going to be warm out there if you're on the streets of Edinburgh this morning? Because it says on the front of the Express, New Year, there's a big freeze coming.